gents, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, Diva in the 8th Grade Biscuit Girl K Love. So guys, today I am back with another bomb recipe. Another bomb ass recipe, okay? So guys, today I am making some delicious creamy Parmesan mashed potatoes. And when I say these mashed potatoes are so good, y'all, you don't even need gravy, sauce, and none of that. You can eat them all by itself, guys, and they are delicious. Now, one of my favorite things to pair these mashed potatoes with is my lemon butter salmon. And if you guys missed that recipe, go check it out, all right? It's so good with that. And another one of my recipes, I don't know if you guys check me out around Halloween time, but that skull head meatloaf, oh, so delicious with that, guys. But of course, you know, if you're making it and it's not Halloween, just make it into, you know, form a regular loaf. You don't have to do skeleton head. Unless you just want to do a skeleton head, go ahead, you know, be my guest. Form it, make it. But it's delicious, guys, okay? So before I get into the ingredients, make sure you guys make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Turn your post notification bell, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up while you're at it, and feel free to leave me a comment down below. Now, if you guys have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for subscribing. And to my new subscribers, thank you guys. Love you guys. You guys are the best, all of you guys. So let's go ahead and jump into the ingredients, guys. So in order to make these delicious creamy potatoes, guys, you will need a few red potatoes, and I have 7. They're like small, they're not too big, small, medium, okay? So you will need some red potatoes. Oh, one of my favorite butters to use when I'm making anything creamy is this extra creamy Land O'Lakes butter, and it's salty, guys. It's so creamy. Y'all know Diva ain't making nothing without cream cheese. So you would need some cream cheese, guys. That makes it even more creamier. Another one of my favorites, some heavy whipping cream. It's just getting creamy and creamy over here, y'all. Some sour cream. Y'all, this is gonna be some creamy mashed potatoes. This is just gonna be so good, y'all. You will need some Parmesan, some shredded Parmesan, 2 cloves of garlic to get that garlic taste in there. You will also need some sea salt, and that's the fine sea salt, guys. We don't wanna be biting down on chips of salt. You will also need some black pepper, some garlic salt, and some parsley. Give it a little bit of color. That's it, y'all. My ingredients are very simple. You might even have them in the fridge or the cabinet. All right, guys, let's start peeling these potatoes. Right. So the first thing that I'm going to do is fill up my bowl with some cold water, and I will be using this water to place my potatoes in once I'm done peeling them, because potatoes are just like apples. If you don't know, they turn brown very fast. So now I'm going to fill up my pot with some cold water, and I'm just going to place that on the stove just to give myself a little head start. That's that. Okay, so now we're going to start peeling these potatoes. So I'm going to take my potato peeler and start peeling, and this potato peeler make things so simple and smooth, y'all. It made the process so easy. Let me move this out the way so y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay, so now don't forget to rinse your potatoes off, especially if you plan on leaving the skin on. Now, most of the time I do leave the skin on. Like lately I've been leaving the skin on, but today I'm going to remove all the skin. And let me just, you know, put these potato peels in a bowl so that way I don't have much to clean up. Okay, so I'm going to finish peeling these potato, guys. And once it's peeled, I'm going to take my knife, as you can see, and just dig in there and remove some of the dark spots. See, a nice clean potato. Drop that in water and boom. So I'm going to go ahead and finish peeling the rest of my potatoes. All right. So now that my potatoes are all peeled, I'm just slicing them into like small slices, guys. And once I slice it, I like cut it into 4s. You don't want your potatoes to be too big because, for one, it will be harder to mash and it will also take longer to cook. And you want your potatoes to be around the same size. That way, once they're done, they're all done. And if not, you will have some potatoes that's hard and some that's soft, and you don't want that. You want everything to be nice and easy. So my water is already a little hot, so I'm going to go ahead and drop in my 2 cloves of garlic And I'm going to start dropping in the potatoes. So this water is getting real hot, y'all. And as I'm dropping these potatoes in, my hand getting a little burnt. This getting a little painful, y'all. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just start spooning these in, y'all. I don't want no burns on my hand. And now it's perfectly fine if you start off with cold water, put your potatoes and your garlic in, and then start to boil. That's perfectly fine because I do it that way as well. So I actually have a little bit more water than needed. So I'm just removing some of that water. That way, once the pot starts to boil, it doesn't run over. So I think that's good enough. You just want enough water to cover your potatoes. So I'm going to place my lid on and I will check on them in about 20 minutes. So it's been about 25 minutes and my potatoes are all done. To make sure they're done, just stick a fork in it, and if they break apart, you're good to go. So now I'm going to start mashing my potatoes, guys, and as you see, they are smoking hot. So of course, the first thing you want to do is start off with some butter. That way that butter can melt in there while those potatoes are hot. So I have my butter. Now I'm going in with about half of my bar of cream cheese. You want the cream cheese to get soft and melt in there as well, so you can just start creating that creamy texture. Next up is the Parmesan cheese, and I'm grabbing about a nice handful, a generous handful, and just sprinkle some over. Just like that, y'all. This is going to be so bomb, I tell you. Next up is the sour cream, and I'm going to take about 2 serving spoonfuls. I just want to show you guys so you can have an idea of how much I'm using. About that much, y'all. All right. Quick tip, guys. Gradually add in your sour cream and heavy whipping cream, because the more you add, the thinner your mash will be, unless you like your mash thin. Next, I'm adding in the heavy whipping cream, and I'm adding in probably a little under a half of cup. And if I need more, I'll just add more in. It's always best to add a little bit. And that's why I always start off with a little bit, because you can always add more. So next I'm adding in the parsley, and I'm adding in a generous amount of parsley. I even had to take the lid off, y'all, because with the amount of parsley I'm adding in, I will be there until tomorrow messing around with that parsley with that lid on. So that's that. Next up is the pepper. And the black pepper, of course, is to taste. I'm adding in a nice amount, not too much, because I don't know about y'all, but I'm not into a spicy mashed potatoes. No. Now it's time to mash these babies up. I like my potatoes a little thick, so I don't like to mash them up like too much. I like to taste a little bit of chunks here and there. Not too much though. So let me zoom in to show you guys how it's looking. So see how creamy that is, guys? You want to just mash this up, really well. As you can see, look at that, guys. That looks so creamy. I'm just going to mix it up so you guys can see the texture. See how it's still nice and thick? That's how I like my mash, guys. Nice and thick. I'm adding in a little bit more of Parmesan cheese, like another handful, while my mashed potatoes are still nice and hot. And I'm just going to mix that in really well. I'm also adding in a tablespoon of butter. More butter will never hurt these mashed potatoes. It just makes it more bomb. These are so good, guys. I swear, they just go good with everything. You don't even miss the gravy. I'm telling you guys, they are bomb. So now I'm just mashing them up a little bit more just to remove some of those chunks that I see. You don't want it too chunky now. So now I'm finally adding in my garlic salt. I like to add my garlic salt towards the end. And I'm also adding in my sea salt, and this is fine sea salt. All right. Now I'm just going to mix that up really well. And I'm going to taste it. And that's why my food always be bomb, y'all, because I taste it. You have to taste your food. And it is delish, guys. So my mash are all done. And it wouldn't be right without a slice of butter on top. Check them out, y'all. All right, divas and gents. So those creamy mashed potatoes are all done and they look delicious, guys. They look real creamy, don't they? Creamy and delicious. So y'all know I had to taste it before, but now it's time for me to really taste them. This is the real taste test, okay? So all right, guys, I'm gonna go in. Oh my goodness, y'all. You gotta walk with it and eat. It's so good. Oh wow. Ooh, that is good, y'all. I have to put my bowl down, guys, because after I finish, I'm gonna head over to the stove and I'm gonna grill me a delicious, juicy ribeye. So if I keep this bowl in my hand, I will keep eating and then I won't have nothing to go with my steak. So I'm putting that down, y'all. This can get dangerous, okay? These mash are so doggone good, guys. The flavor is just everything. It's like one of the most flavorful mashed potatoes I've ever tasted. You can taste that garlic, guys. It just tastes so good. And that sour cream and that cream cheese, what? It's everything, guys. It's the perfect amount of Parmesan cheese. Oh gosh, it's just so good. You can taste the creamy, the extra creamy butter that I told you guys to get, that Land O'Lakes. Oh, it's so good, guys. The salt and the pepper, the garlic salt, guys, everything was perfect. You can taste like a little bit of everything, and once they come together, it's like explosion in your mouth, full of just the best mashed potatoes you ever tasted in your life, guys. It is so bomb, guys. Whew. See, I'm tempted to go back in. I can't. Leave it alone. Okay, let's stop. But anyways, guys, I have to get my ribeye ready because girl, I'm hungry, okay? So y'all know what time it is. Thanks for watching, divas and gents. I love you guys. Mwah. I'll see you back again with another bomb ass recipe. Bye, y'all.